Well, hello there.
Hello there.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to Needles at the Ready. I'm Kevin.
I'm Ray.
Today is Sunday, August
17th. Whoa.
This is episode 141 of our YouTube channel where we talk about knitting, crocheting, yarn dyeing, buying, and all the fun stuff that goes with that. So,
right.
To all the returning...
And chit-chatteries.
Chit-chat, lots of that. To all the returning viewers, thanks for coming back, and new viewers.
Yeah, it's great to have you.
Welcome. Hit that like and subscribe button.
Okay. Ring that bell.
So.
Maybe we'll have Gail and Laura come on and or we'll record them saying, ring my bell. You know they do at the end of every podcast.
So it's been 2 weeks and a day.
2 weeks and a day. It's been a fortnight and a day.
We were tired yesterday.
Mm-hmm. It's been a busy week. We've had a really busy week.
It was, and we
really good busy.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, it was a good busy week. We did a lot this week, so we were tired. And then we actually saw, if you guys haven't seen, one of the things that we did in the past week is we headed to Rhode Island. Ray was on vacation, so we went to Rhode Island on Tuesday. We hung out at Skeins Yarn Shop for a couple hours and knit, and then we went out to dinner with Lori and Justine. And then Wednesday, we recorded a dual podcast.
We sure did. When Skeins collide.
So great.
Yeah. We'll have that link down below. I did make a post yesterday. The video took a long time to upload because Justine's traveling.
God bless Justine for sticking with it.
She did. She really stuck with it. So the podcast is up. And I made a post on YouTube, so if you don't follow us on YouTube, please go ahead and do so, because occasionally we'll make a post on like the community tab.
Yeah.
And if you subscribe to our channel and you like have the bell selected or whatever to get notifications, you'll get notified if we make like a little community post, like instead of just, and in addition to putting our videos up. So anyway, I put a post yesterday with a link to that video. We'll have that link down below as well. It was a lot of fun.
It was.
It was our first time doing a like joint podcast, and it did.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, especially I'm just trying to think, like, we've done things that have been on YouTube with other people.
Right.
Like we've done like interviews and things like that, but like a podcasty thing, yes.
No, because we even showed some of the things that we've been working on as well. And then
we did a knitting Would You Rather at the end, which was fun. So Justine had posted on the Skeins Instagram.
Well, on both of our Instagrams.
Yeah. Allowing people to like submit some Would You Rather questions. So it was like, would you rather knit with US 10s or US 3s?
Right.
So that was fun.
It was really fun to play that game. It was a very long podcast. You know, if you haven't checked out Skein Scoop podcast, absolutely check them out. Like I said, we'll have it linked down below. The four of us really, I think, have such a great time when we're together, and it's so much fun.
It was our 2-year meetiversary.
Right.
So it was 2 years to the date that we had our first meet up at Skein.
Yeah.
So we had gone... It was, August 2023.
It was like the 13th or something like that.
Yeah, we went on a Friday night, and it was the first time actually that we met Justine and Lori in person. We hadn't met them at Rhinebeck.
No, but everybody kept talking about.
Right,
like,
so I think it was...
Have you met Justine and Lori yet? Have you been to Skein Yarn Shop yet?
I know it was Jen, right, had asked us... I think maybe Jen and Angie, and then Gail and Laura.
Yeah.
And whatever. Everything just worked out when we went on a Friday night. We went to G-Bob's or Greenwich Bay Oyster Bar for dinner.
The first time.
Mm-hmm. And then that Saturday, we had a meet and greet at the shop all day from 10 to 4,
it was a really amazing time.
And here we are 2 years later, and we go as often as we can.
Yeah, it's such a... I mean... A lot of you have visited the shop, and you do post like when you've gone to visit. Somebody forgot to respond to the email. Somebody emailed saying they were going to be in Rhode Island and asked for some restaurant recommendations,
which is actually really hard for us because now we've only been to.
I know we've only been to
3, technically
3.
Yeah, we went to the place Mills Tavern in Providence.
Yeah, Mills Tavern
in Providence, G-Bob's, and
Sierra.
So
this person doesn't do seafood, nor do we. So Greenwich Bay Oyster Bar, highly recommend if you're looking for a place to eat. It's probably going to be, it's difficult to get a table, I think, in there. It's a smaller place. They're obviously known for their oysters and their seafood, but they have a really beautiful filet mignon, and they have my favorite is a penne alla vodka with chicken, and I asked them to blacken the chicken. It's so good. So if you're interested, do that. Siena was a really, really nice, very classic Italian restaurant.
I will say you probably can't go wrong.
No, the food that we've experienced, and we've gotten lunches like delivered to the shop.
I was thinking
quite
about that.
often. That's like our thing. Anyway, great. Check out the video. You can hear about our trip, see all the things that are that we've been working on, and then occasionally we forgot that we were recording a podcast, and I might have had a potty mouth.
That's right.
And
times. What else have we done though? We kind of just jumped into the last 2 weeks. So we also went and had lunch with the Knitting Posse, which was really great. It was,
speaking of anniversaries, that was not an anniversary, but it was. We had lunch at the same place that we met Laura for the very first time. So that was nice. We had lunch in Southport.
Yeah.
It was great to catch up with them. I miss them.
And then Thursday night, we kind of on a whim type of thing, we went over, hung out with your brother and the girls and our sister-in-law, and I got a really cute picture of me and Riley.
Yeah, you did. It was cute. We went in the pool.
Me and Riley.
My brother grilled some chicken.
We had some mac and cheese, some
it's beverages. All about the food.
Yeah. We had chips, and we just hung out and had a really great time Thursday night.
We had chips.
Chips, mac and cheese.
I know.
Chips, mac and cheese, and grilled chicken.
My brother's chicken is phenomenal.
Yeah, it was very good. Yeah. And that's kind of about what we've done for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah. I think, yesterday we went, Reese had a little fundraiser thing for dance, so we went and we picked up a couple of cute little things. I didn't bring them upstairs, but they did little crafts and had a lemonade stand and sold some crafts to raise money for their dance competition.
Yeah, they're trying to go to a dance. I don't know if it's a competition or just an event.
Sorry.
That they're just trying to raise some money for. So we went there to support them for a bit. And
it's been a nice blend of
relaxation.
Yeah. And seeing friends and doing things. Although we've eaten
poorly.
Quite poor for us.
Right.
For how consistently.
For how we typically eat.
Right. We try to do a treat meal.
On the weekends?
Or once a week or whatever, but we've had a treat week.
Yeah.
It's okay. Treat yourself.
So that's kind of our 2 weeks. So let's just do some quick admin-y stuff.
Sure.
So admin-y stuff. Upcoming, we did announce on the Skeins Scoop podcast that we do have a trunk show coming up at Skein Yarn Shop. It is going to be September 13th and 14th. So that's a Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
The shop is open Saturdays from 10 to 4 and Sundays, I believe, 12 to 4.
Yeah.
So if you're in the area, definitely come down for that. It's always a really good time.
And we mentioned this on the Skein Scoop podcast as well, that we're stockists there. So if you go to Skein, you'll see that Kevin's yarn is there. But we're bringing some really fun new things with us that you can't find anywhere else.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, we've got something really, really special that you really can't find anywhere else. But when you're ready to make that announcement, you can make that announcement.
Yeah, so that will be fun. We also still have our Let's Hear It for the Boys knit along going on. Mm-hmm. And so that is the hashtag. It's going to be
wrapping up soonish. September. We have about a month left.
The hashtag is hashtag NATRBoys2025.
Yeah.
You can use that on Instagram. We have a Ravelry thread for chatter and for FOs.
You'll find links for our Ravelry group right down below in the show notes.
Yes. And there's also the From a Book Mal.
Oh, yeah.
With the guys over at Fiber Hustle and Michael from Piece for Piece Crafting, where they just released a podcast too.
They did. They did a collaborative podcast.
They did, the three of them talking about their time at Flock.
Yeah.
So that was
such FOMO.
Yeah.
Really, the pictures and that, I was thinking about it the other day, just that feeling when we were there, and to know now that it's the second year in that venue, which is probably one of my favorite venues for an indoor yarn event like that.
Yeah, for
right?
Sure.
There were a lot of people that went that we wished that we'd said hello to. And thank you. We heard that a few of you on our behalf visited the Fiber Hustle booth and said, Ray and Kevin told us to come over and say hello.
I think it's just such... Fiber events are really special, so if you ever have a chance, a small, a big one, whatever, if you've never been, really try to go. There's nothing like it. Nothing like being surrounded by people.
Our people.
Yeah, it's really, really special. So it's really... it was great to see all the pictures.
Yeah. And to your point, like, there are so many different types of events. So if an event like Rhinebeck really gives you the, like, skeevies because there's so many people, there's a lot of smaller ones. Like Boston Fiber Festival
was
really nice. It was a smaller event. Frederick, Maryland, what's the one in
Yarn-Centric?
Yarn-Centric. That I thought was a really great, like, little yarn event. There's all these little pop-up things. So if you want to just, like, dip your toes in the water and you don't want the huge extreme thing, there's a little something for everybody.
Yeah.
We were actually, this is pretty bad. We were talking the other day, and just for poops and laughs, we're like, how many yarn events do you think that we've actually, like, been to since we started the podcast? And that was 5 years ago. 2020,
yeah.
And so 2020 and 2021 was pretty much like out.
2020 was none. 2021, our first one that we went to was Rhinebeck. And it was our first time ever going to Rhinebeck.
Wasn't that 22?
No, 2021.
Oh, 21.
Yeah. We had never been... We'd been to one before, but you weren't crafting at that point. Remember, we went to Connecticut
Sheep and Wool.
Sheep and Wool when it was in a different town. It was Vernon. That was actually 2017.
Wow, good memory.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
But we've been to, we thought, like, roughly 30.
And that, like, but
that's a lot in 5 years.
But it also included, let's say, like, a Rhinebeck weekend. I think when we did that,
well, because there's other events too. So, like,
it was including all of those.
Voldemort, maybe? We went to twice. Woolen Affair, we went to twice. Cape Palooza. Anyway,
they're just fun. If you ever get a chance to go.
Yeah, got sidetracked.
So I think that's all the admin-y stuff.
Yeah,
right.
I think that's. I don't know. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Our next, we're going to be busy coming up.
Starting in September.
We've got the trunk show, the cruise that we're going on.
Rhinebeck in
If anybody's going to be on that cruise ship with us, come say hello. I'm just kidding. That would be interesting. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Yeah. All right. Let's jump into some knitting. I have no FOs and I have 2 whips.
All right. I have 2 FOs and maybe 3 or 4 whips that I might talk about.
Oh boy. Here we go. Go ahead. I'm just going to sit here.
All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room. I finished my Oak Grove sweater vest. This is by Chin Matthews.
I got it.
Okay, Kevin will pull up the pattern. It is a lace vest. Last time you saw it, it was, well, if you watched the Skeins Scoop podcast, you saw that I had finished it. But last you saw it, I needed to put in the collar and the sleeves, which I did.
Here we go. So this is Oak Grove sweater vest by Chin Matthews.
And I have to say, so this fits me, I think, extremely well. I love the amount of positive ease that I have on here. I have to, like, I think I'm going to obviously re-block it just a little bit more. Because I wanted this a little bit, like, laying this a little bit flatter. I could steam it as well because you can see, like, here where I seamed the front and the back.
Yeah.
But when I laid it flat to pin it out, it ended up with some creases here and then some creases here, so I think I'm just gonna steam it out. I'm not gonna pin it again. I'm just gonna steam it out. I absolutely love the texture.
Yeah, it's
and I
really,
think
really
it came out so beautifully. Now, granted, this is like the 5th time that I've knit this. Like a portion of this vest, I felt like it had kept going like this. Whoop, knit, take out, knit, take out, all the way.
Yeah, no, it's really, really good.
I think it's really good. One of the potential changes that I might make personally, but I'm not 100% sure now looking at this again, and now that I've worn this a few times, is the collar. So the collar is a double knit, folded over collar. And I think that the vest looks very... Dainty's not the right word. What's the word I'm looking for?
Delicate?
Delicate, yeah. And light.
Yes.
And I feel like the collar might adds a little heaviness that may not need to be there. So I'm debating, I might pick it out and just leave the single layer here, you know? Because I could always pick it up again and re-knit it if I feel like it's, you know, it's too much. But I think with the double layer, and when you fold it in on itself, it brings everything kind of together a little bit too.
Yeah.
So I kind of want it a little bit more open, I think. It's still like a scoop neck or a crew neck.
Yeah.
But I think that I really think it came out
Yeah,
gorgeous.
no, it's really good. It's a really good color to the yarn.
Yeah, this is, the color is Dragon Scales, and it is from...
Utopia Fibers.
Utopia Fibers.
It's their Sustainable.
Yeah, Sustainable. Here's the yarn band, Utopia, Sustainable. It's 100% Midwest fine wools. It's a combination of Targhee, Rambouillet, Merino, and CVM. It's DK weight, 230 yards for about 100 grams. The recommended gauge for the yarn is about 4.5 to 6 stitches, using a US 4 to 6. For the pattern, I used the recommended needles, and I knit the third size.
Yeah, and the needles are a US 6 and a US 4.
Yeah, so a 4 for the ribbing and a 6 for the body. The pattern was really easy to memorize. I couldn't read the pattern, like read my stitches of what came next. But Kevin has some people can do that. I also used a combination. This pattern is like 28 pages long. So I used a combination of the charts as well as the written instructions. I used the chart for the main body of the vest. Once I got to separation, I couldn't keep up with the chart anymore because I used stitch markers between each section so that I can keep myself on track. So it's an 8 stitch 8 row repeat. So every 8 stitches I had a stitch marker, so 8 stitches stitch marker, 8 stitches stitch marker, so that I knew like if I was off by a yarn over or a knit two together or an SSK or whatever, then I only had to go back that small little section and not the whole entire thing because I know myself. But I really think that it's really beautiful, and this yarn is so nice. Our light's kind of blowing it out a little bit.
I know. I was just looking at the light if I should turn them up.
If you were to see this yarn in person, and what I'll do is I gotta take some FO pictures and update it on my Ravelry page. Now that it's finished, I'll try to get a better I'll try to get a better shot of the variation in the yarn. You can see a lot of different colors in here. There's like some brighter greens, yellow. There's some little blue spots in here. The yarn blocked out like so beautifully. When you're knitting with it, I think it felt almost like there was a lot of like lanolin in it almost.
I could see that, yeah.
Right? But then I was like, oh, I don't know how this is going to be. And then of course when you knit it, the lace isn't fully expanded, so everything's kind of like tight on there. But it relaxed. You can see like the drape. It was really a fun knit.
Yeah, it actually reminds me a lot of knitting with a hand spun because there were a lot of thick and thin spots in it, and some
little blips of like
almost like some unspunny bits. The other thing I thought too is after blocking,
this off. It's a little bit more.
If you've used Remix Light before by Barocco, it's very similar to how that feels after it's blocked. You know, like it softens up quite a bit, and it almost flattens out, if that makes sense. The yarn, you know, like not. And that's kind of what handspun does too, because it's not a super round yarn.
Yeah.
So it does flatten out a bit. It's really, really nice.
Yeah, it's really going to get blown out. But...
No, just pull it back some. No, it looks good.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if you can see the color blips, but you really can't.
No, you can't. And what's actually funny is your color has...
See, look at it.
Yeah, you have like purples and blues and some greens in there, some like teals. Mine color doesn't actually have all that. Mine is very on the green side, but yours kind of makes sense because red, purple, and blue, are the colors that could be used to...
But the ribbing is really cool. There's a different technique used for the ribbing. And
on the collar too? And the sleeves? The same thing?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so you know what too? And that would, I think, make it thicker.
It's a combination of some slip stitches.
Okay.
Maybe it's not. No, it is. Yeah, there's slip stitches in there as well. But see, so I don't know. I'm just... What do you all think? I think the collar might be a little bit too heavy for this vest. But I did not alternate skeins, and you cannot tell. I really think that this yarn was beautiful to work with.
Yeah,
and it's very very nice comfortable to wear.
And they have a lot of color options as well.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I bought 4 skeins of the Sustaina wool for this sweater, and I used 3 and only in 10 grams. So I still have like 90 grams left of my 4th skein of yarn. So I'm going to make something to go alongside of that. Maybe just like a ribbed hat would be nice, or some fingerless mitts. Maybe some fingerless mitts. It would be nice to have a pair of fingerless mitts for Rhinebeck weekend. Yeah. Just in case. I also thought it was just, was this an affordable yarn?
It's $26. $26 a skein, and they have a ton of colors on here.
Oh, that buttercup is pretty.
Where's Oh yeah, nice yellow.
Yeah, there's a lot of colors. We'll have Utopia linked down below as well if you're interested in giving the yarn a try. But I was very, very, very pleased with both the yarn and the pattern. It kept my interest, but it wasn't overly complicated. So I highly recommend this pattern. I got a little bit confused at a couple of points, but once I started knitting, it was fine. Like once I separate, this is my first time like knitting like one side of the front, another side of the front, and then the back of something.
Really?
Yeah, I think my bottom up sweaters that I've done were all in the round, and it was like a circular yoke kind of thing. Like
right, because you haven't done like a V-neck or anything like that before, huh?
No, I don't think I did a V-neck. So with the cardigan that I'm working on currently, that's going to be knit in a very similar fashion, I believe.
What's really great about this pattern too is that it's super size inclusive.
Yeah.
It ranges from a 38.5 finished garment chest measurement up to an 86.5 inch chest.
Yeah.
So
there's 14 sizes.
There are a lot of size options. So if it is something that you're looking, to make, I think it's a great pattern.
Yeah. And so I was playing around with like how I wanted to style it and what I wanted to wear underneath it. I think it's nice enough to wear to like work. Right. Too. Like when the fall and the winter come, to put like a button down underneath it or something. Or even just a long sleeve shirt underneath it. I think so I tried it with a collared shirt, but I think the collar of the vest, I don't know why I'm so apprehensive about that, but I'm just going to sit with it for a little bit and see what I think.
Okay.
Okay?
Keep going.
Okay. Well, do you have an FO?
No.
Oh. Okay, my second FO is
I have an almost one.
I know you do. Is the Delemhach hat. This is by Siga. I'll have to pull it up, as I can't really pronounce the name. Yigitcan, I think. Here's the name of the designer, but it's an Earth Yarns pattern, doublo. It's very similar to the Musselburgh hat. It's interesting if you watched the Skeins Scoop podcast, Justine is doing the Musselburgh with the exact same colors and yarn. So here it is. It's done. I think it's really pretty. I love this yarn. The difference is really this Latvian braid at the seam. So you start with a like a circular cast on, pinhole kind of cast on, which I thought was really easy to do. You do your increases, you knit to a certain length, then you join in the second color yarn, do your Latvian braid, and then you knit and then do your decreases, and then you're done. And it creates, again, like I'm sure you've seen that style hat before, but you tuck it in on itself, and you create a double layer hat. I wanted to make mine more slouchy. So I knit I knit on a US 3 instead of I knit this on a 3mm. So it's at US 3.25 or something like that instead of a US 3.
And didn't you go
and I went up to the 4th size in the pattern. So I like the fit of it. I like that it's super slouchy. Oops. You don't want that folded over. It's too warm to like really get into it, but I like the look of it. I like the warmth. You can certainly fold up the brim if you wanted to as well.
I feel like with the brim folded up, it's more like a watch cap instead of a beanie.
Mm-hmm. And I think it looks cool with the Latvian braid when you can get it like... And this, I prefer this side.
I prefer this one.
Out. So, I had a little yarn management issue with this hat. I ended up... So I have this much left of the first color. And what I did was, once I got done with my increases, I put a stitch marker there. And then my plan was to knit this exact amount over here and then start my decreases. I think when I folded it over, I was like, I thought I had some more time to knit, but I didn't. So you can see that this side is longer than this side. And I started running out of yarn.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Did you not... So you just did the fold over. You didn't measure...
Nope, I just did the fold over.
Okay, all right.
Yep,
just wanted to clarify.
Yep, sure did. And so, So this is the yarn that I have left over of that gray color. Gray and brownish, yellow, green,
blue,
sure,
orange, blue.
All these colors. This is all that I have left. So as I was getting closer, I was like, uh-oh. So the pattern has you do your decreases every couple of rounds. So as I started noticing that I was getting very, very close, I started decreasing every round. I actually like it. I like these decreases. It's hard to show.
A rapid decrease is nice sometimes.
It's nice. It creates this like pinwheel almost. Isn't that cool? And then this is more... It's still kind of like a pinwheel, but it's less pronounced.
Yeah.
If you can see.
Yeah, more gradual.
Yeah. So, but I'm very happy with it. I think I'm going to wear this a lot. And that's it. That's the doublo. I highly recommend the yarn. The yarn is Earth Yarns Spiral Grain. It's a sport weight yarn. 100% superwash, extra fine merino. It's about 198 yards, 50 grams. And the colors are Redwood is this color here. And then this color is Sycamore. I love the gradient.
I do too. Like, I'm looking at this and I would love this in a sweater.
Yeah, it's really pretty. And the spiral grain gives it like a marled effect.
Yeah,
I did not block this. I am a little bit nervous about blocking it because it's going to stretch, but I'll throw it in the dryer.
Just don't pin it.
No, I won't.
Right? Don't pin it.
No, I won't.
And like just kind of smush it into shape.
Yeah.
Too.
It's too hot to put on my head right now. I'm sorry. Otherwise, but I'll try to get some good pictures in the air conditioning of me wearing it and I'll post on my Ravelry page. That is it for my FOs.
That's it for all of our FOs.
That's it for all of our FOs.
All right, and I have 2 whips. How many are you doing?
I mean, oops. I could potentially do like 4.
All right, so just keep going.
I'm not going to show this. I did a couple of rows. I did like an inch on that. I won't show that though. Maybe I'll just show 2.
Why?
Does that change? We'll be
show what.
All right, here.
Show what you've been working on.
So last night I ran out of yarn. I'm working on a sweater right now. So ran out of yarn. I was very lazy to go back upstairs and cake up another skein of yarns.
I did the same thing last night.
Yeah. So I moved on to we've been watching a lot of TV. And I wanted to concentrate on TV, so I needed like a mindless like stockinette in the round pattern, but I don't have anything. I didn't think I had anything stockinette in the round, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I completely forgot about this project, because who doesn't have projects that they forget about? This is living in my Oh Wow Amsterdam bag. It's getting a little bit full. This is the
Oh, crud.
Cowl.
Nope. By Jude Harper.
Yep. I know you're
Litmus.
Litmus Cowl by Jude Harper. Whew, thank you so much. And I'm using excuse me, I'm gonna have to sneeze.
Bless you.
Thank you so much. I'm using all woolens and nosh. It is very warm in here, Kev.
I'm actually really comfortable right now. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not like a chilly fall day, but it's...
I'm sweating bullets.
Not in the deserts of Nevada either.
It's a dry heat. I'm just kidding. So anyway, I thought it would be fun to do this Litmus cowl in 3 different sock sets of woolens and nosh, including the minis. And then, so I have an idea that I think I want to talk it through with you. Okay?
This is a brand new idea halfway through the cowl?
It kind of is.
Uh-huh.
But I'm just trying to figure out where I want to use my mana.
Minis?
Nope, the minis I'm done. I'm almost done with the minis. Oh, crap. Doesn't matter. Shush. So, here's...
None of us said anything.
Here's where I am at now. So, it starts with a provisional cast on, where you're going to do like a 3-needle bind off, I think, or Kitchener it together or something. So what I did was I knit 25 grams. Nope. Yeah, 25 grams of one of the minis. I did 50 grams of one of the skeins of yarn. Another 25 grams of the mini. Another 50 grams of the yarn. Obviously, you can see... Oh, actually, this is 25 grams and 25 grams. Here. So it wasn't quite 50, because these are the same mini.
But the mini wouldn't be 50 grams. You probably did 10.
I probably did 10. So I did 10 grams, 10, 50. And then I'm starting the next section. So I got about 2 inches done last night during an episode of Bosch. And I love this colorway. So what I was thinking was I'm going to do the full 100 grams of this one. And then I'm going to Kitchener them together. So I'll have...
Oh, you're going to end... Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to end there. So I'll do 100 grams. So I'll have one section that's 100 grams, 2 sections that's 50 grams. And then I think that'll be long enough for me to wrap around twice.
But then you only use 10 grams of one of the minis, and you'll still have one full mini left, right?
Yeah, but we can do things with these minis.
Oh, because we do so much with our minis.
Yeah, but this is what I have left.
Right.
I used one full mini.
Yep.
I have 10 grams left. This looks like way more than 20 grams.
I mean, it may be, because remember, didn't she say...
Maybe it's 30 grams.
It could be 30.
I bet they're 30. So anyway, this is what I'm doing. I think I just started this, and I don't know.
That one is called... I think that one's Wes Anderson style. Because the first one is the
this one's
seasonal offering, house-made butternut
This
squash.
is the rooster one.
So then that one's got to be Wes Anderson
So this
style.
one is called Free to a Good Home, One Friendly Rooster.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then this one is...
Our seasonal offering, house-made butternut squash ravioli with a brown butter and sage cream sauce.
Yeah. So I think that this is going to be really cool. Not cool to wear, but like to wrap around and just like have like all these colors just kind of like mingling together.
Yeah, I would also say if you wanted to do a double wrap, I don't know that you're going to be able to double wrap it with just
we'll
100
see.
grams.
If not, I could always add... I have plenty of yarn to add more to it. So that's just one of the things that I grabbed last night. So I just figured I would show you. There's some progress. This is going to come back into rotation because it's the only stockinette in the round project that I have right now. And sometimes you need to have that.
Yes.
I think.
Or something that's a little, not even stockinette in the round. Yes, it's much easier, but something that you don't need to look at a pattern for.
Whatever your jam is that you can just like relax into or watch TV or just like go mindless.
Yeah.
You do that. Whether that's ribbing, who knows? Maybe that's brioche, maybe that's lace.
It ain't brioche for me. Ain't no brioche for me. No,
I did some brioche.
Recently? Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Me again?
Well, I only have two things to show.
Okay. I have two more things to show.
Including what's on the table or not including what's
One more thing to show and then what's on the table. Because I think I want to show this next.
Okay.
All right. So, I cast on my Finest Kind sweater by Alicia Plummer. You saw Kevin's finished object last podcast, and if you watch the Skeins Scoop podcast with us in it, you also see that Kevin was wearing it. It's such a very handsome sweater. It fits you beautifully. It fits Justine beautifully. It is truly a unisex. Anybody can wear this type of sweater. It's like a sweatshirt style, very relaxed. It's got a lot of interest. Like there's a lot of interest because of the texture and like the little details. So I think it's a really great sweater.
It is, but it's, to me, for me personally, it's also one of those ones that you could watch TV and knit because once you get the pattern down, you don't have to refer to it again. No,
I was just gonna say that this is what I was until I ran out of yarn. This is what I was working on like while we were watching TV, and it was. You don't have to look at it, often. It's.
Can we pause for a second, just because I'm thinking of this for your litmus KAL?
Mm-hmm.
What size needles are you using?
That's a really good point.
And
these are the fixed Addies. I love these needles.
Who did we just either watch or talk to who said that they like their fixed? Oh, when we were out to lunch with, was it? No. Who likes using fixed needles over interchangeable? I feel like we either just watched a whole conversation of that with people.
It sounds really familiar.
Where we had it with people.
It sounds really familiar.
Was it with Justine and Lori?
Could be. I think that this is do you have a needle gauge somewhere?
We probably have.
Here.
Oh no, I can't do that.
It's a 5mm needle. So is that a 4? US 4? 5mm?
No, that's an 8.
Oh, not a 4mm. That's a lie. Oh, a 3.5 millimeter. 3.5 millimeter.
Okay.
So what is that? US 4, I think. I don't know. Addie doesn't have the US sizes on it. This is a 4.5 millimeter needle. And these are like the fixed Addies with the like that blue cord. It's so good. I think that they're so smooth.
And then, just so I know too, do you recall, did you cast on the number of stitches that the pattern called for, or did you alter it?
I cast on the number of stitches I believe that the pattern called for.
And that's somewhere like 100, I think. 100 to 100.
It should be on my Ravelry page.
Thanks for clarification.
Yeah, thanks for asking the question. I'm sure we would have gotten some questions about that.
So you're not going to use this anymore in the KAL?
I'm not sure.
I think I actually have some. Somebody gave me that at Rhinebeck last year.
But like I think I want to do a woolen Tanache blanket with like scraps and things. Don't yuck my yum. This is what I want to do. You were about to. I can
no,
see
I wasn't going.
Face.
I wasn't going to yuck your yum. I was just wondering what style blanket to.
I don't know yet. You're asking way too many questions. Just let me get through the day. I'm sweating. I'm drinking hot coffee. Touching wool. We're doing it to ourselves.
I just want clarification for.
All right. I shouldn't have even talked about this.
No, probably not.
Cowl.
Keep going with your finest kind.
We're gonna get a lot of comments that they think
that we don't like each other.
Here we go. Cheers. Okay. What's next? I feel like we're doing a Needles at the Ready after dark.
That would be good if there was Kahlua in the coffee or something.
Oh,
some Bailey's Irish cream.
Yeah.
All right. So your finest kind.
My finest kind.
So.
All right. So when we were on our trip in May, early May, this pattern had came out. I'm sure you know the story, but we had visited Harrisville Designs. That was going to be part of our trip anyway. We went to
Vermont this year?
No,
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. And so just as happenstance, the pattern came out. The suggested yarn is Harrisville Designs sheer. The Dorset, I believe. This is Harrisville Designs sheer. It's the Wellscroft Dorset, and it's an Aran weight yarn. So we decided, like, let's just go. Let's do it. We're gonna plan this. We'll wear these for Rhinebeck as well. We'll be matchy. I know Kevin loves that. And then, yeah, we'll be good to go. So. Kevin finished his, and then I started mine. So I did a swatch on the recommended needles, US 8, and I did not get gauge. I got 14 stitches per 4 inches. The gauge recommends 16 stitches per 4 inches, so my gauge was too big. So then I went down a needle size to a US 7, 4.5 millimeter needles, and did a gauge swatch, and I ended up getting 15 stitches per 4 inches. So I'm still a little bit bigger, but I like the positive ease in Kevin's sweater. We did the math. So like when we say do the math, we look at the largest part of the sweater and how many stitches are expected to be on that largest part of the sweater, and then we look at how many stitches we get, 15 stitches per inch, and how many inches I would want. So I wanted like somewhere around 44 to 45 inches, I think. Did the math and found the size that I want to do is still the third size. So I am doing the third size. Y'all, I got through this, I think, so quickly. Look what I have done already. So this is pretty much the body of the sweater. I have a couple more inches to go, maybe another inch or two, and then I can separate for front and back, and it's beautiful. I love the texture. This yarn is really gorgeous to work with. I made no modifications in this pattern at all, with the exception of changing the needle size For the ribbing, I went down to a US 5, and then I modified the ribbing length. So it calls for something around 4 inches of ribbing, I think, in the pattern. I liked what Kevin did and cut it in half from the pattern. So I did about 2 inches of the ribbing. I love the roll here. I think it's gonna be great. The color that I'm using is Hen of the Woods. I actually just showed you this, but Hen of the Woods. There's the dye lot. And this yarn was very affordable. I think it was something like $11.
It was like
for 100 grams.
It was somewhere around there. It was no more than 15 a skein.
Yeah.
I think it was 15.
Oh.
And I just checked. They don't have like that color available.
Oh, they don't?
They have in the Wellscroft Dorset. They do not currently have truffle. Yours is Hen of the Woods.
Yeah.
I did Morel. They don't have any of those available, but yeah, nothing in their Wellscroft Dorset Aran. But
they don't have any of the sheer left.
No, they do have sheer, but not Wellscroft Dorset. They have a Merino Dorset Aran. They have that available in one color, it looks like, and that is $11.50 a skein.
Yeah, see, I think that
I don't know if this is Aran. That's more expensive, but
that's CVM.
CVM and
yeah. So you can easily substitute a worsted weight yarn, I think, for this pattern. So you just need to look at your gauge. You might need to go up a size in the pattern, but this is a very bouncy wool. Look at the stretch on that.
Yeah.
And I love that it smells so sheepy.
Oh, you do now that you're knitting it?
I always did when yours did. I loved it. So the little details, I really, really love the faux seam.
Yes.
That you do on the two different sides of the sweater. This is going to go all the way up under the arm and then down the sleeve. The roll, again, I think when I said this last time, it's there, but it's not like in your face and too rolly. I think it just adds a little extra something. Je ne sais quoi. I needed some excuses to put in my simple dimple. Just kidding. My twinkle dimple.
Oh, it's like, what?
Those are dragons. Those are special for us. She's testing them out. I'm testing them out for her. I love the dragons. So that's it. That's really all I have to say, I think, about this sweater. Right?
Yeah. Hold on. And I just wanted to show something since we were talking about it.
Yeah, thank you for doing that. Kevin's writing things out for you. Okay.
All right. So, when we talked about this a little bit on like skein as well. So when we're doing a gauge swatch and we're trying to figure out what size sweater we would like to knit. So Ray and I are knitting the same size sweater, but he had to use a US 7. I needed to use a US 8. On a US 8, I got 15 stitches per inch. On a US 7, he got 15 stitches per inch. Or 4 inches, rather. So what we do is we take the 15 stitches over 4 inches. We divide it by 4. That gives us 3.75 stitches per inch. Then we determine how much positive ease that we want. So if Ray was looking to get a 44-inch chest, he would multiply 3.75 times 44, and at the widest point, so prior to sleeve separation.
Yep.
No, I'm sorry. On this particular sweater, prior to sleeve separation,
correct,
he needs a total of 160.
You want the bust measurement, so you would want it right after sleeve separation or right before.
Or
right
yours
before
is at cast on.
Bottom up.
Bottom up. It would be at the cast on point if there are no increases in the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
if you're doing a top down, it's after sleeve separation. So Ray wanted to find something as close to 165 stitches as possible, and that would get him the size that he wanted.
Right. So the way that I decided with this sweater, I want more positive ease. I want to err on the side of more positive ease than err on the side of more negative ease. So to get close to 165, the second size, the stitch count is less than 165. So I knew I didn't want that because that would be too much.
Too little positive ease.
So it would be negative ease.
Well, it may not have been, because if you
true.
wanted
true. Okay, gotcha. It would not have the positive ease. And then, but the size 3 is greater than that by a good amount. And I know that I am. So this way, I know that that's the size that I'm going to.
And you also knew that you wanted a sweatshirty style.
Yep.
And I knit the size 3 at the same gauge that you did, and mine fit you well, and you like the fit of that. So that worked out well for this particular
but that's usually how we determine. I know we get questions like that all the time, like, why would you go up a sweater size or down a sweater size instead of just changing your needle size? But if you like the gauge and you're getting close to that gauge and you like the fabric, you can adjust the size of the garment, or even parts of the garment. Like if you wanted a wider chest measurement but a smaller like waist measurement, like you can always adjust. You can do the 4th size for the chest but the 3rd size for the belly, or
you would have
or
to
vice versa.
Do some decreases,
or you could do the 2nd size for the sleeves if your arms are not as as wide. Like you can always adjust the pattern in different sections of the garment. You don't always have to say, okay, I'm knitting a size 2, so I've got to stick to the measurements for size 2 all the time.
If you're comfortable, obviously, I would say if you're an experienced sweater knitter and you're comfortable making those decisions and knowing where to put those decreases or increases, then yeah, that's super easy. But that's the math that we do when we're determining what size sweater we're going to knit. Yep. And that will lead me into when you don't do a gauge swatch, what happens.
Good transition.
But then I have an example of when you do a gauge swatch, what happens. So, since our last episode, I cast on my Oak Grove sweater. So, again, this is the Oak Grove sweater by Chin Matthews. I'm using the same exact yarn that Ray's using. I'm using the color Moss. And I finished the body of the sweater. Here is my Oak Grove sweater. I did not do a gauge swatch. I tried Ray's on, and I enjoyed the fit of it. Ray knit the 3rd size, so I was like, oh, I'm going to knit the 3rd size. Ray also only did 10 repeats of the pattern.
Oh, I forgot to let you know that. Yes.
The pattern calls for 11, but Ray's hit me at a really nice place. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to do 10 repeats of the pattern. And then
you basically just knit it. You just that's a finished object basically.
It pretty much is. So I knit it, and then I took it off. I did my 3 needle bind off, and I slipped it over my head to see how it fit, and it came to my belly button.
Yeah.
And then we blocked it. Well, Ray blocked it super aggressively, and you can actually tell kind of here in the back that it's too aggressively blocked. Like the stockinette stitches are
way
they're not even V's
anymore.
They're more like arrows. The feathers of an arrow. So I need more positive ease, especially in my chest area. I would say I have maybe an inch of positive ease there, and that's not something I'm comfortable with. I do like at least 4 inches of positive ease. Mm-hmm. And because I intend to be able to wear this over a shirt, whether it's a button-down shirt, I would need something. I would need more ease than what I got. So it only took me a week to do this. Like, I knit the body super quick. It was the only
sure
thing I worked
did.
on for 1 week.
Yep.
It went really, really quick. Once I did all of my... Once I got to sleeve separation...
It's beautiful, though.
It flew off. I was going to thank you.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I do have a... And I don't know if it's showing. There is a little more color. Maybe not.
You do.
No,
you have, like, little bursts
I have
of
little,
color.
Yeah.
It, like, shimmers almost.
Little bits. I love the color of this.
Me too.
Again, this is called moss.
Yeah.
So it's a really nice mossy green. Definitely very tonal throughout. But I don't have the tonal bits that you do, like the little bits of blues and
No, but
like
you
that.
have more of the
Darker greens and lighter greens.
And brown.
Super easy. Not super easy. So I found... I did not use stitch markers like Ray does every 8 stitches. I feel like that slows me down personally. And I did not use the chart. I had to write or go with the written instructions.
That's where I appreciate pattern writers
both.
that has both. You
Yeah.
You can choose which one makes more sense to you.
Yeah, so I am going to rip this out and reknit it,
Yeah.
which I've already started.
It's so sad. But it's the right call.
It is. So what I've done is I've gone up a size. So Ray knit the size 3. I'm knitting the size 4. Mm-hmm. I'm going to follow the pattern and do the 11 repeats. I'm currently here. Look at my...
You've made a lot of progress already.
Little
These
groups.
are adorable.
I am Groot. So, another, I would say, indication that I probably knit the wrong size is that I barely used... I barely broke into my 3rd skein to knit the body. And Ray broke into his 4th skein.
Right. Barely, but I did.
Barely, but he did. I barely did to finish the body.
Right.
You know, so I was using a full skein less than what you did,
Yes.
pretty much. So I've cast on again.
You've made so much progress already.
I'm on my 3rd... I'm halfway through my 3rd repeat of the lace chart. I would say doing the extra 2 repeats, so what is that? It's going to give me a good 3 inches, if not maybe 4. So I'll have about 4 to 5 inches of positive ease on this, which is what I wanted.
Yeah, and you'll have more room to play around width-wise if you need to block out any extra width.
Yeah.
Because as you're blocking this way, the garment shrinks this way. So
Right.
if you don't have enough length, you really can't block it width-wise. If you need it, you can't block anything extra width-wise.
So yeah, I'm halfway through this version.
Yeah.
Then I'll rip this out and just, cake it up and go from there. So for my cast on, I did a tubular cast on. I use a method from...
Sorry, I have to blow my nose.
Oh my goodness. Oh, let me pull up the hat.
Megan Babin.
From Megan Babin of... I have a pattern of hers, a hat. And it is from Hudson and Westco. So I have the hat called Harrow by Megan Babin. In it, the provisional cast on it's a tubular cast on using a provisional cast on some knits and yarn overs. It's one of the easiest ways I know, or I've done, a tubular cast on to not get things all like twisted and whatnot. So that's what I did. And then I did the modified rib that Chin calls for in the pattern, which actually is the same way that this tubular cast on starts.
Oh,
It's,
wow.
It's very similar because it's slip one with yarn in the back, purl one. And you do that all the way around and then alternate that the next round. So until I finish the 4 rounds, it's pretty much the same thing. And I'm using recommended needles for this, which are the US 6, which is 4 millimeter, the US 4, which is a 3.5 millimeter. Something we learned through this process, though, is Ray swatched for his finest kind prior to me after I cast on.
Yeah.
If he had done that beforehand, I would have realized that he's a much looser knitter than I am. Just by a stitch, which that
Not
one...
much. Yeah, it's not
No,
much,
it's a stitch difference.
Yeah.
But that stitch
that adds up
over
time. over 200 and something
stitches. That, that adds up quite a bit. So had he swatched before I started this, I probably would have gone up a size, just knowing that. But whatevs, I'm not hating the fact that I have to do this again. I'm actually having a much easier time with row 5.
That was your nemesis.
Row 5.
The first one. Guys, I remember that.
Oh my gosh, this first time through row 5 of this chart, I think I took it out every single time that I knit it.
And I liked that row. That was one of my favorite rows.
What I've done this time is I start, like, I'm reading the pattern, and I get to a point in the pattern where, like, I switch it, and this is where the repeat begins for me. Because it's easier for me to follow.
Oh, okay.
So I do the first 6 stitches. And then on stitch 7, that's where the repeat actually started for me.
Really?
Yeah, so then I can, because then I could flow with
whatever works.
Knit one yarn over, knit one yarn over. I could go that way.
That's great.
The other way, it didn't work for me in my head. So then I don't have to look at it anymore, because now I've reworked it for a way that works for me.
Love that for you.
So that is Oak Grove number 2. This one will be ripped out now that I've shown it. And I have this, which this is a really good bag for a project like this. I have it living in my Hide and Hammer bag. Good project bag.
Good on you.
Good on you. All right, you can go ahead.
Okay, my last whip.
I gotta go get something from downstairs.
Okay. Do you need me to? Oh, jeez.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My last whip is the Delectable Collectible Socks by Stephen West. I showed you on the last... Did I show you any I did. I showed you some progress, I think, on the last... this is the West Knits Surprise Sock Along. We have gone through 3 clues. They get released on Tuesdays. So I did all of clue 1, all of clue 2, and all of clue 3. So if you don't want to be surprised, if you want to be surprised, you can look away, I guess. But they've been kind of all over the place. But anyway, I just chose some random minis. And, interesting, wasn't quite sure how they would all work together. And a few people had also said, like, hey, I don't know how I feel about, like, all of those colors together. Like, I'm not sure. But I'm really pleased with how they're coming out. So I'm doing them in tandem. And are you ready? I think these are really cool. What? This is clue 1 through 3 so far of the socks. I'm doing them in tandem, so I have 2 of them. Knitting these on my 9-inch circular needles. And I'm having a really good time with this. A couple of sections was a little bit of a struggle. Okay. And took some time because in order to manipulate some of the stitches, especially on 9-inch circulars, I don't often do pattern socks and like knit things like this. So anyway, I showed you the cuff last time. This like really nice electric blue color goes into a 1x1 twisted rib here. You have a what's that? I just did it. Latvian braid. You have these really interesting like dropped these are like dropped picked up stitches from like rows below. It creates this like, it's hard to tell, but like this feathery texture.
Yeah, it looks more like ribbing.
Yeah, it does. But then if you look close, you see it's got like the feathers like feathering along the sides there. You see that?
It's all the same brown in that section?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you have some bobbles or bubbles, whatever bubbles. Here. You've got garter stripe in here. or is that reverse stockinette? Reverse stockinette. You have some mini baubles, which I think that they look like the swirls on the Hostess cupcakes.
Yes, they do.
You've got a section of brioche here, some more reverse stockinette. This is where I struggled here a little bit on this section. You're like you're diving down and picking up like 4 rows below, knitting a couple of stitches and going back to that original spot to pick up the additional stitch. But that's a really cool pattern. You have a little bit of a seed stitch in here, which is kind of hard to tell. I know. You have eyelets. These are eyelets in here. So, where am I? Here. No, those are dashes. Oh, I forgot. There's like dashes in here. Look at those.
Oh, there's your eyelets. I see them.
Down here are eyelets. Yeah. Then you have some more twisted rib. More, and then the heel is cool, I think. The heel they're knit in these little wedges with all the different colors.
So short rows. Short
rows, yep. Okay. You got a short row garter stitch heel. You pick up your stitches and you do a really cool you have a really cool like stitch detail here. The bottom of the foot is all stockinette, which I appreciate, but you can really see all the stripes in the different colors together there. And then this is my favorite section. I think this looks so cool.
That's like...
It's kind of like the...
Slip Stravaganza.
Almost, but these are garter stripes.
Yeah.
Like dashes, or I forget what he's calling them, but like you can see that they're like slip stitches, but I love the texture there. They like pop out.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think my colors are good. Like seeing them all together, I think they look really cool. I think if I chose a different color, I think the blue pulls everything together. Like for me, that's where my eye goes. It's a lot of that blue.
Like the only color, if you were to have changed anything, the color that I would have changed is the black.
Really? I love the black in this.
I don't dislike the black.
Sure.
But I think if you had gone... You know what would have been actually probably... Which could have changed it just a different... Is like a burnt orange.
That would have been nice.
You know? But... Sure. No, I think they're going to be... They're just super interesting socks.
I think so too. I think that they are interesting. I think that they are wearable.
That's what I would like to see, is how you feel wearing them.
Yeah.
Because of all the texture.
Well, I think they're statement pieces. So these will probably be worn either around the house, because they look thick.
They look
because
larger than normal.
Right. They have a lot of texture on the outside, but the inside it's pretty smooth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there were so many ends.
I was just gonna say I don't have time for those
Lord.
ends.
So, but what I did do was after every section, I wove in the ends. So there aren't any additional ends in here. So now I'm ready for clue 4, which is the last clue. I do have to so like I switched over to Magic Loop to do the pick up the heel and do the short rows, and it was kind of difficult for me when adding in like new yarns at the start.
Yeah.
So I do have a hole on both sides of the sock. So I'm just gonna obviously I'll
whip stitch.
I'll whip those together. But you see that hole right there. Yeah. This one's a really big one. But that will be no problem to fix. This one's still was there, but it's a little bit of a smaller one. But anyway, I'm very pleased with these. I think I kept wanting to get to the next section, and they're only a couple of rows, for each of the sections. I love that I'm doing them together.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm really happy with my color choices. I think it's going to look cool. So that is Delectable Collectible Socks. And I feel like I would do these again. It was fun. I might buy a kit though next year.
Oh,
so I know that they kind of like
right.
all the colors will go together.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I'm pleasantly surprised with how these colors interact with each other.
Okie dokie. All right. My next whip and last whip is another sweater. I decided to cast on my Single Malt by Maxim Cyr. This is another larger sweater. It's meant for Aran weight yarn. Mm-hmm. I bought the yarn for this sweater at Pick Up Every Stitch during a Red Sag Fiber Trunk Show. I am using his Manor collection. This is Polworth and Masham. It is 75% Polworth, 25% Masham. It is a worsted weight, and it has 196 yards for 100 grams. So the gauge is 14 to 16 stitches using a US 6 to 9. And the color is Dunedin. So it's a nice tonal brown. You can actually see more of the tonality like down here too.
Yeah.
So I did a gauge swatch, and I knew going into this that I wanted it to kind of fit like my Finest Kind. I wanted a sweatshirty type of sweater. The patterning is very similar to the Finest Kind. So I did a gauge swatch on a US 8.
Oh, it's so good.
This is, look, I'm not doing a 6-inch by 6-inch swatch because I don't worry about row gauge because that you can adjust.
Yeah.
So I did the swatch, blocked it before we went to Rhode Island, measured when we got back. I got 15 stitches over 4 inches.
So the same gauge that you got on the Finest Kind.
Right, with a worsted weight. And I think the thing with a worsted weight yarn, right? The US is the only place that has true worsted.
True.
In Europe and other places, it goes from DK to Aran.
Yeah.
So Aran and worsted can be kind of interchangeable. So just to be sure, did the swatch and I got the same exact gauge. So if you wanted the Finest Kind, look at a worsted. You might be able to get gauge with a worsted weight yarn and not an Aran. Right? So the pattern called for 16 stitches in pattern. I did do my gauge flat. I didn't do it in the round. I don't know that there's much of a difference
I don't know if I took my allergy medicine
between the two. So I did do it flat. And I'm using a US 8, which is a 5 millimeter, and a US 6, which is a 4 millimeter. I'm going to knit the 4th size with the hopes that I get the 5th size. Because my gauge
your gauge is
looser.
Bigger.
So again, I wanted... Have you seen this before? Just so what? Continue. Okay, continue. So I'm gonna go.
It's not like we're in the middle of a podcast or anything,
Look.
Kev. Oh, that's cool. It did the math by itself?
Yeah. So if I wanted to get a 47-inch chest, I would need to find a size that has roughly 176 stitches in it at the after sleeve separation, since this is top down. So for me, that would be the 4th size. And after I'm trying to see if it shows me after sleeve separation how many stitches I would have.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I would have 176 stitches. So right on par. So I went with that. I've cast on and I followed the pattern exactly. So this is the back.
It's
this
so
is
good.
The front.
I love the tonality of this yarn. It reminds me of my, like, how tonal it is. The
yeah. I love the very pronounced raglan here.
Me too.
And you have it on both sides.
Yeah.
I think, so I will say the tonality's very different here compared to here. It's much darker in the back, I think.
It's also very, like, everything's getting a little bit washed out today for some reason.
So, You know what? I wonder if I have the lights up a little bit higher than I typically do, too.
Maybe.
But I am really, really happy with it. I want to say I know I'm past the halfway point of getting the sleeve separation.
You made a lot of progress on that.
I have like 8 to 10 rounds left to do. I think closer to 10 rounds left before I separate for sleeves. And I've used 1 skein of yarn so far. I was actually really surprised. The cast on is just a long tail cast on, so I just German twisted.
Oh.
For that. It has some short rows in the collar in the back, so you can see the collar in the back is just a little bit longer. I think it's like an extra 6 rows. And the patterning is the same as Finest Kind, except rows 2 and 4 are knit rows on this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy to remember. Right now, it's going to go super quick once I do sleeve separation, and I get down to 176 stitches. Like, that will fly through, like fly by. But I'm excited.
And I think yes, it's a similar texture, but this is a much more structured looking sweater. Like, I know you're still going to go for the sweatshirty type of, sweater, but with the raglan where it is, like, it looks much more structured.
I don't know. I don't know if it does to me. I do like the way that a raglan fits.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it will fit well. So, yeah. And that's it. That's what I've been working on. So the way that I'm going to work these, I very rarely am working, if ever, on 2 sweaters at the same time. Is this one is definitely TV knitting. I don't need to look at the pattern.
Right.
Or look at a chart. So I'll be knitting this at night, and I'm going to knit the Oak Grove during the morning when I'm having my coffee and stuff, but still kind of have the hope that I do at least 1 8-row repeat on Oak Grove every day. So I'm not in a rush though on that now. I think knowing that I was able to knit the body in a week has relieved some of that pressure of I need to finish my Rhinebeck sweater. Because I know that I can in a really short period of time. Not that I'm going to wait till a week before Rhinebeck. Be like, okay, now here we go. But I don't need to do 3 to 4 repeats a day of the patterning to try to move it along. And if I get both of these done, that means I have 3 sweaters for Rhinebeck weekend.
That's wild.
And if they're all done even earlier, I have an older one that I'm going to pick up and try to finish.
Well, we don't have enough days there to wear 4 different sweaters. But
no,
maybe.
But we need wardrobe changes for weather.
That's true. You need options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that's
I might do a shawl after this sweater. See if I can get it done by then.
I've actually been thinking, Stephen West has released a bunch of single skein shawls.
Yeah, I've seen those.
So I know a couple of them are fingering, and I know at least one of them's a DK weight. So I thought about buying, it's an ebook. It has 4 patterns in it. I did think about buying that and just knitting a really simple, fast shawl. Because I feel like I haven't really...
I know, if only we had other books here that had shawl patterns in there. From Stephen West.
That's so rude. No, but I don't know. I guess I've knit 2 shawls. I finished 2 shawls this year. But they were started over the last 2 years.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know what I finished yet this year. I have to go
And
back.
I know that I've picked up another shawl, obviously. And I did start another shawl, but I put that away. Because I have to take it back.
I have yarn. Maybe I'll cast on today.
One of your kits for a shawl? Like that kit that you got from Perfect Blend 3 years ago?
No, that's too much. I can't do a 6 skein shawl. But I have some yarn that I picked up at Skating Yarn Shop during Michael's trunk shop.
Oh, yeah. What are we... Simple... Isn't that Simple Dimple?
I think so.
Yeah.
I just have to
find it. All right, so that is all of what we've been knitting. So we'll go through and we'll show some needles at the Ready Yarn. This is just some stuff. I've been showing a lot of one-of-a-kinds, so I figured I'd show some stuff that we still have that are one of a kinds. So we have some of these still left in the shop. These are
really fun.
Midnight Masquerade sock sets. One with a blue mini and one with a green. And these are on 75/25 merino nylon sock yarn. This is on an 80/20.
Fun.
2-ply fingering. This is Citrus Shore. This might be good for a single skein.
Me of like a lemon creamsicle or something like that.
It's cute.
Yeah.
What else we got? This is DK 75/25 strawberry lemonade.
I love this. Look at the speckles in there. Oh, these little pink spots.
Is that strawberry lemonade too? Yeah. Let's see what else we got.
God, this is great. Look how summery that is.
What's this on? This is also 75/25 merino nylon sock. So fingering. This is fallen timber. So some gray taupey greens and browns.
This would be a good yarn to put in a shawl and work around that. Like pull out maybe use this as a variegated and then pull out some solids.
Yeah, a gray.
Yeah, or an orange
dark green.
or a gold or something like that.
This was my second attempt, or an attempt at recreating another one of a kind. So this is Sea Glass and Sand.
Ooh.
I actually did recreate it.
You should do like a little beach collection or something like that. Because look you've got, strawberry lemonade.
But that's, well, yes.
That's a summary.
These are all one of a kinds, though.
I know.
Well, this
Citrus
one is
Shore and Sea Glass and Sand.
This one is not anymore.
They're all very similar.
I did recreate this. I'll actually be bringing the recreated version to the Skein Trunk Show.
Ooh.
What else?
Spoiler alert.
Fallen timber. Oh, what was this one? I think this is a one of a kind. No, but these. This one is Lavender Amp. This is on the merino nylon.
That's
a nice little
gorgeous
purple
color. Lavender Amp.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah.
Oh, this is on BFL nylon. This is Lo-Fi Love.
Now, where did that name come from? Look how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh.
Oh, here goes some down at the bottom. Oh, this one is, I think there's a few of these. This is the one that we undid. What? Forest Mirage. This is on the BFL.
I love
nylon.
That color.
I know. I just need to, I tried to I wanted to play with the colors in here because I do love the colors.
Yeah.
So what I did is I did attempt it again. So this would be very micro stripy, right? Because you have a large section of white with some grays and blues in it. Then you have this kind of like a dark peach and then almost this teal. So the teal is where you would get the longest stripe from. So I wanted to break it up a little bit and I wanted a little more blue. So I tried breaking it up and adding blue speckles and it's going to be a one of a kind. So I was thinking maybe either today or last night when I couldn't sleep, I thought of a different way to do it. And if I can't come up with a way to dye it that I like, it may become a mini set.
Fun.
You know, like I love the colors together.
Yeah.
Because there's actually two shades of this. There's a darker one. You can see there's a darker version here. And this side's a little bit lighter. And same thing with this. There's the darker bits. And then there's some lighter bits. So it's actually, each of those sections were two different dye stocks. So there's definitely enough colors in here to get 5 to 6 skeins. Because there's a light gray. But I also want like a really light blue. So it could become a 5 to 6 skein mini set if I can't figure out how I want to dye a full set. So there's that. What's this? Deep Current on the 80/20 2-ply.
Current like
a current of water. Ooh. This is a really dark green. It's called Underbrush. It's very dark green.
It's really dark. I've never seen a green that dark.
And a lot of these
it
just
almost looks like
it almost
like
goes black.
brushed velvet. Oh, I have to sneeze again.
What the heck is this?
Sorry, guys.
Oh, I forgot about this. This is on the 7525. It's called Rust Belt. And what's fun with some of these, well, or all of these actually, is that a lot of the colors in here are from like leftover dye stocks, just mixing things randomly and seeing what happens from washing like syringes that I use or paintbrushes or the cups that the dye stocks come in, just rinsing them out. And I put them all sometimes in like 8-cup measuring cups and see what happens. And sometimes I can try to recreate it if I remember what dye powders I was working with that day or dye stocks I was working with that day. So yeah, those are some of the one-of-a-kinds that we have shown before, but we still have in the shop. And yeah, so the dye stuff, I don't know, it may be a little light on dye stuff for the next month, because I'm going to, this week, upcoming week, I'll start dyeing for the Skein trunk show. So yeah, that's that. And then what else? So let's jump into Owl Post.
Yes.
We got a nice little package in the mail, and this is from
so cute.
Nick Knits, who Nick Knits, I'm pretty confident has been in or watching the channel from the beginning. Like, I know the name and I know the image when I see it come up, like the picture when it comes up on YouTube. And Nick had said that she has thought about starting a podcast, which totally do it.
Totally.
And we say this all the time. I don't know when we said this last, probably during our live that we did, right? The Q&A is the first one's the hardest.
The first one's the most awkward.
Do whatever
we're still awkward.
Is going to make you comfortable if you want to start it, and you don't need a lot of equipment to start. Mm-mm. Again, we've upgraded through the 5 years, but we record on an iPad, a microphone that we already had, and lights that I got to take pictures of yarn. And obviously, we still struggle with our lighting every single time. So,
well, in your mind.
But so Nick decided to start making project bags. So she sent one to us, and as soon as I opened this up, I thought it was just happy and reminded me of something.
100%.
Right? It's just a happy bag. The fabric is great.
It's so good. It's so good. I want an orange so bad. And a hot dog. I'm just kidding.
Here's Nick Knits.
This is their information.
It's a nice...
They have an Etsy shop. We'll have that link down below.
And it's a nice little box bottom bag.
Yeah. I love the stitching down the side.
Yeah, I do too. Like, just
that was really cool.
Little bit of quilting on it, which is nice. I wonder... Oh. That's cool. And you got your...
Share with the team?
Well, no, I was just wondering, so that... I was like, oh, how did she, like, construct it? So sometimes... and I followed the quilt lines. Like,
I see.
You know?
So it was flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have a nice little inside. So Nick does have a Etsy shop, which is, it's on that card. Would you mind?
I showed it already.
No, I know you showed the card. But what's the Etsy shop?
Nick Naiman.
Thank you.
I'll show it again. I'll hold it up here for a second so you can put your projects down.
We will also have the shop
marker.
We'll have the shop linked below. And we also have a coupon code, which is NATR10.
That's so exciting.
So we will have the shop and the coupon code linked below. We will also add it to our Google Doc of any coupon codes that makers have shared with us.
And it's only for Nader Nation. So
Nader Nation. So thank you, Nick, for sending that over to us. That's super cute bag.
Yeah, send a cute little sticker too.
Yeah.
Skateboarding octopus. With a baseball bat. I don't trust this one. They've got money in their headband too. Are they
What
a
else?
gangster? Are they gonna go fight
No,
somebody?
they're a skater.
But why do they have a baseball bat?
I don't know.
And what's in that
A
cup?
soda. Maybe they're skateboarding to play baseball, and because they don't wear pants, apparently.
The pants got to be so expensive
And
with 8
that's
legs.
why they wear a headband, so they have a place to put their money.
Yeah.
It's all actually quite logical.
Good. Thank you for that.
Do we have anything else?
More owl posts.
No owl posts. No, I don't.
Well, I do. I mean, not necessarily owl posts.
Do I have any breaking the bank?
I have a breaking the bank. I showed you. Twinkle Dimple, like some of the things. Oh my gosh, we'll have the Skein yarn shop link down below. But Twinkle Dimple has a lot of her stitch markers and progress keepers at the shop, and she has some new ones with a really cute fish on it. It's so good. But I don't know if these are going to be coming. I think she's just playing around. But last time we were there, we had said how fun they would be to like have little dragon charms, and so she did them. But these are, I love these stitch markers. It adds such a nice little bling. These are probably my favorites. Right?
Yeah, they are very cute, and the fish ones were really
The
cute.
fish ones were so cute. This dragon's awesome. Very fun. So she gave us some of these so that we can try.
So check out Twinkle Dimple.
Twinkle
the
Dimple.
Etsy shop is listed below.
Sparkle and Smile. Twinkle.dimple.studios on Instagram. And then we'll have her shop link down below as well. We love her so much.
And Breaking the Banks.
Breaking the Banks. I have one.
I don't have any.
Y'all know how
Wait, speaking of Breaking the Banks, let's ask the question here that we asked on the Skein podcast. When does your yarn become part of your stash?
Right. When does it become stash yarn?
If it enters a cube, is it now officially stash?
Immediately
Or
stash.
does it have to be in said cube for a certain period of time before becoming stash? Because we all agreed that if you go out and you buy yarn and you come home and you cake it up immediately, it's not stash yarn.
Right, it's new yarn.
It's new yarn. But how long does something have to be in your stash?
Right.
To
Does
be
it need to
considered
marinate in your
Right.
yarn pantry
to be
to
considered
become
stash?
stash?
Because I said, if it goes in a cube, if it doesn't get caked up right away and it goes in some type of storage container, cube, a bin, a bag, whatever, and you use it later, then I've used a lot of stash yarn this year because my sheer
Well, so I was just going to say that.
and
So
my red stag.
we still have, actually, I'll show you. Because we're planning on using this, and we don't really have much room in our cubes until we start moving some things. We still have. This is so bad. We still have our Harrisville Designs bag with our sheer in it,
I know.
and it's been sitting. It just sits in the corner.
And then when we need it, we
But-
just come up and grab it.
I don't consider that as part of stash. I consider that. I don't think it's stash yet.
You are bananas right now.
I don't think it's stash. I think it's still it's still in the shopping bag that it came.
It's
came in.
aged. It's aged. It was purchased in May.
It has not been put away in the pantry, so it's not part of the yarn pantry.
It is aged yarn.
Yeah, it's aged. Finally aged. So anyway, I thought it was an interesting question.
Yeah.
Because like when we all say like, oh, we should knit from our stash, but our stashes are always like growing. So like we're technically knitting from our stash, but
I do agree that
I do agree that there's a term, deep stash. I heard a lot of people say like this is deep stash, or this has been like in my stash for like 4 years. Like that's kudos.
It's aged. That's all.
It's like a fine wine.
But yeah, so when do you consider something part of your stash?
Good question.
All right.
Okay. Do I have a stain on my shirt?
No, you have fuzz.
Fuzz from what? Has it been there the entire time?
I don't know.
Oh, it's yarn. It's fuzz from yarn. I hope I didn't sit through the whole podcast with like
A big clump of
a big clump of fuzz. Thanks for looking out for me. Maybe that's why I'm sneezing so much. Maybe it keeps going up into my schnoz.
All right. Let's show your break in the bank.
I have one breaking the bank. You all know how I am a stickler for... Not a stickler. How I'm very attracted to...
A kit.
A kit.
You're a sucker, not a stickler. You're a sucker for a kit.
Sure am. And Skeins, while we were there, I did so well not purchasing anything until I saw the handicraft kits that they have. They have them in crochet.
It's not handy.
Hardycraft?
Yeah. The Hardycraft.
Oh, yeah. Hardycraft kits. It's handy, too. You use your hands, you know? Full disclosure, I did start mine, but I'm not showing that as a whip because I didn't get really far with it. But they had crochet and knit ones. The knit ones are really, really nice.
Yeah.
And so there's a starfish there. Anyway, we'll link the shop down below and like a link to the Hardycraft. But I got this kit. Cute. I thought it was so cute. So it's gonna sit on my desk at work. It's a little cactus.
Does it?
This is a crochet one. It's the Opuntia cactus. We'll have to look that up. Don't add us. It says the complete crochet kit. You will need a crochet hook for this. For these, it doesn't come with a hook but it comes with everything else. It comes with the eyes, the stuffing, the yarn.
There was a zebra one there that not the kit. I think they ran out of kit, but they had a crocheted one.
So
the zebra was really cute too.
So I don't have the correct hook size. Calls for a 2.5 millimeter crochet hook. I'm using a 2.25. I am a looser crocheter as well.
Okay.
And I'm loving the gauge that I'm getting. So I'll show them the next time. Hopefully it'll be done by then. But that was the only breaking the bank that I got.
Look at us go. That's because we're saving it all up for October.
Nope. Watch. I'm only going to buy one thing. Rhinebeck weekend.
That is such a lie. You've just lied to all the people.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a liar.
One thing. From each booth.
Totally. Preach, sister.
From each barn. One thing from each barn. That's not bad.
I didn't do it yet.
I'm just kidding.
There's like 12 barns over at Rhinebeck.
More than that.
Yeah. I do want to get a giant peanut butter cup.
Oh, from the food one. Mm-hmm. All right.
Unless anybody wants to send us a giant peanut butter cup. Don't do that. It's going to melt in the mail.
What else? I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
So now we'll just talk about what we've been reading and watching. Watching's actually really easy. We have watched Bosch. We finished seasons 1 through 6 of Bosch. I know we were watching it last time that we recorded. So I want to say then we were probably on season 3 or 4. And we started watching Bosch Legacy, which pretty much picks up right after Bosch ended.
Yeah.
And we just finished season 2 last night, so we're going to start season 3. I will say Bosch Legacy has taken a while to grow on me.
Me too.
The first season had a different feel, but the second season I really enjoyed.
Mm-hmm. Bosch is getting a little out of control. Yeah. He needs to be reined in.
So that's a really, really good show. It's on Amazon Prime. Yesterday we purchased the new Superman movie from Apple TV and watched that, and it was good. It didn't wow me.
Same.
I actually thought all the casting was good, or really, really good. I was concerned about the actors and being cast in their roles, but I actually thought the casting was done really well. I just wasn't a huge fan of the story.
No, I feel like it was missing something. I just felt like the entire time it was missing something, and maybe because it picks up like in the middle of events.
Oh,
like you don't. It's not like a slow start to things. Like you're literally in the middle of an event, and you're just like playing catch up. And my brain, I need to have background. Sometimes, you know.
I didn't think about that actually. I can see that quite a bit. There was no beginning.
Right, it didn't feel like there was a beginning.
There was no beginning to the movie.
It felt like we came into the movie halfway through.
Yeah, I could see that, but I
did. I liked it. Like it was good. I liked I think the cast. I agree with you. I liked him as Superman. I don't even know who the actor is, to be honest.
His name is David. It's like cornet or corset or something like that. We've seen him in some other things. I just don't remember what they are.
Yeah. No, he was a good Superman, a very different Superman. Christopher Reeves is always my favorite Superman.
Yes. And then, so that's literally all we've watched, right?
Yeah.
That's
we didn't have a lot. I mean, we didn't watch, obviously, on Tuesday or Wednesday. We were in Rhode Island.
And Thursday we were at your brother's.
Thursday, yeah, we didn't have a lot to watch, but.
And then I'm trying to see. So reading. All right. So last time I had finished book 3. Okay. So reading, I finished books 3, 4, and 5 of the Magi accounts by Michele Notaro. So they were A Ruse to Unchain Us. Oh, wait. Purpose that restores us. A Ruse to Unchain Us, and only unity will spare us. I really enjoyed the series. I was happy with the ending. I enjoyed all the characters. I also found out while reading that there are books in between each book. So it would be book 1.5. So I thought they were novellas, right? So I went to go read book 4.5, and it was a full-on other book. So I decided not to read it. The books in between are other characters than we'll say our 2 main characters. So it shows how some of these people get together. But it also takes place at the same time as events in the previous book. So I didn't do that. But if you do like male books and you like urban fantasy, I would definitely give this a shot. And then
Sports Ball.
Yeah, I started reading The House Witch by the name that sounds like a demon.
Delemhach.
And I'm about, I don't know, I think I'm just about to hit like 30%. And so far it's okay. You know what it is? Nothing's happened yet, you know? Like
it's slow.
Nothing has happened. So there's been nothing to happen to make me care about Finn, who is your main character. Nothing's happened yet to like yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why I'm reading.
It's one of my favorite books of all time. The series.
The trilogy.
Mm-hmm. It's slow. I feel like you have time in this book to get to know the characters, and you will start, hopefully, like me, I'm hoping, you'll start to care about them. And then I think the humor is really good, to be honest. I think it's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for something to happen.
Sure.
You know?
Sure. Yeah, I get it. I don't want to give anything.
No, I know.
Clearly, but again, we all have different interests too. So I'm curious to where you are. I wonder if it took me a little bit of time to get into it as well. But once you do, man.
So that's it for me.
Okay, I don't know when I think I finished, speaking of the House Witch, I finished the casting call. Did we talk about this already? That was the Either Witch number 1, which is really book... Gosh. Is it book 9 in the series?
So this is from last time.
Alright, so I finished the casting call by Delemhach, or Mosh, whatever. It's the only book that I finished, and then in its place I started reading Dispute, Welcome to the Multiverse. I believe it's book 7. Oh, it's book number 8 by Sean Oswald. Full honesty, I'm getting a little bored now, and I hate to say that because I thought it was a very strong series in the beginning, but now we're to a point where something happens and the leveling. It's a lit RPG, so like the leveling and battling the monsters and growing in power and all of those things has kind of come to like it's been stagnant because
it's plateaued.
Yeah, because stuff has already happened and there's no more like opportunities to like check out new worlds at this point.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a lot of words in this book. There's a lot of I don't know. It's not holding my interest. So I'm hoping, I don't know. We'll see if I want to continue the series or not. It's just a shame you go through 8 books and you're just like,
That's my fear always when I go to like read a new book and I see that there's a lot of books in a series. I get really concerned about making it through that series itself. Because I've read, I mean, there have been plenty. And, I know. There was like some really cozy witch book that I read last year. And I was just, it was like in this small town, how many people can get knocked off or something like really every week, you know, and it gets to that point where you're like, okay, we've done all this.
Yeah. That's where I'm
a bunch of times. So I think that's such a struggle with a really long series.
Yeah. And I think too, so it was interesting not prior to this. What was the other one that
He Who Fights with Monsters?
He Who Fights with Monsters. Listening to the audio version of that, there was an author's note, I think with the last one. Basically, the author was saying how he didn't expect the character and the story to kind of progress where it is now. So he'd ask for some like leniency from the reader as they try to like tie things together and explain kind of maybe there might have been some inconsistencies like going forward. And I can appreciate that as an author too. And you have a series that it's got to be impossible to start writing book 1 and continue to think about like what's going to happen in book 12 because you may not want to go that long.
Do you think that also is like, did you go too long? It's almost like a TV show, right?
No, for sure.
Like, let's talk about Grey's, like you talk about Grey's Anatomy. We're on episode, like season 355.
Right.
Like, has it gone on too long? Is that the same thing with the book series? Like, should it have ended?
Right. And I get why you do it because like there is an audience for it.
I'm sorry,
and people,
I know it's not a book talk, but
yeah, but people, I wanted to know more, but I would have been satisfied as a reader if you just tied it up.
Right.
The only reason why I'm continuing to read is you haven't tied it up yet. Like I think we're invested after a certain number of books to where like tied up. We're with you. We're here with you to the end. We're also ready for you to tie it up. Like we're gonna miss the characters for sure, but wrap it up. So anyway,
end scene,
and that's it. So I am also listening to the same book that I was last time, and that is pardon me.
It is Runes of
the Earth by Christopher Hopper. Nope,
and
that's a lie. I finished that book. I'm now listening to the second book in that series, and that is called, it's on Audible that I'm listening to, Gods and Men. I have 3 hours and 34 minutes left. I have not listened to this book all week.
Is that a suggestion at the top?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why, do you know that?
Well, I know him, the author.
Oh, yeah, no.
I just didn't know if that's what you were reading.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I have 0 credits left.
Okay. I have 250.
What?
No, I have a lot, though.
You have to start sending me some.
I should just cancel mine, and then you could just double up on yours.
No, you can't double up.
Oh, that's sad.
I'm getting the max.
That's sad.
I know.
You should use your library card.
Our library... Anyway, this is not a book talk. Okay,
all right, so
that's what we've been
everything.
Reading and watching.
We have nothing coming up in the next 2 weeks. So, now we'll just be able to craft. And we hope you guys enjoy your next 2 weeks. And we will see you in a fortnight. Bye.